Hi beautiful souls, and welcome back to my channel. My name's Zach, or LD Healing, and in today's reading I'm going to be channeling messages from the higher realms. What are the higher realms in particular? The higher realms to me would represent any beings of pure light and love and connectivity to where they're able to see the high picture or perspective from outside of our influence. And when I say our influence, outside of the influence of the human mind, these beings would probably assist Earth, assist energies, collectives, beings, other dimensions beyond our own. And connecting to these beings, I just want to let you know with what I'm connecting to these beings and what they represent to me. Chances are they follow more along the line of starseed beings, ETs, aliens, ascended masters. These type of beings is who we're going to be channeling messages from today. Before I freak anyone out, the beings I'm going to be channeling from, whether it be like Starseed, ET, Alien, or Ascended Masters, they only hold the highest love and the highest regard for us. They only want us to see success, happiness, prosperity, learning our lessons and evolving past our karmas, and to help other people reap more than their own karmas in their life. They're here to help. Like as I'm recording this intro, I'm seeing 911 on my clock because I'm recording at 9 p.m. 9:11 p.m. Sorry. Which to me is a message of help. It's like a sign of help. And so I guess coming into this reading is going to be messages of comfort and advice more than anything, but there may be confirmations for some. I have gone ahead and pulled 3 different piles of oracle cards. I hope that's not a problem for you guys. We're going to be pulling some tarot, and then I'll reveal the oracle cards and go through the messages with everyone. But for pile 1, we have Lepidolite and White Howlite. For pile 2, we have a piece of Turqoise and Bumblebee jasper. And for pile 3, we have a Moonstone and green Fluorite. Without further ado, I highly encourage you to use your intuition to pick the pile you cannot stop staring at, and I'll see you in a minute. Oh, timestamps will be down below. Down below. Go click them. Go click them. Okay, bye. Hi, beautiful souls. For those of you who chose pile number 1, or the Lepidolite and White howlite crystals, I'm already receiving messages. Okay. Welcome to your reading today from Messages from the Higher Realms. As I said in the intro, rather, these messages are going to be orientated from beings that I would consider in the higher realms, such as starseed beings, ETs, extraterrestrials, or aliens, ascended masters, even angels. I'm sure your God, whatever God you believe in, just the beings who are connected to us and who are able to see from a standpoint from beyond our own, see the connectivity of everything way beyond just the means that we're able to think at, the connectivity of how everything intertwines with every little detail. As I also said, try not to be scared. These beings, they only have the highest love and light for us, and they only want to share messages of love. They only want to see us succeed and overcome our karmic lessons, or at least our lessons within our lifetime, and share beyond our karma in our lifetime. And what I mean by share beyond our karma, share beyond our experiences, so that we're not trapped within our own making. Okay, so couple messages I received. Something that I want to talk to you guys about. It's such a specific one as well. There may be sort of this frustration of seeing yourself separate from what you're trying to achieve, or what you love. There may be like a separateness or a sort of disconnect that you're causing within yourself, especially with the White Howlite and Lepidolite. You could actually be causing yourself a lot of frustration by saying that, like, I am not the same as these people within this industry, or I am not, I cannot love this person because I am not what they need. There's like this energy of seeing yourself separate and creating this like disconnectedness that's really being highlighted to me right now. I'm going to go ahead and pull your tarot cards on camera. We're going to be using what deck is it? The Star Child Tarot. I always forget its name. I never use it. Such a magnificent deck, but for some reason I just can't use it in a lot of my readings. I just don't connect to the imagery as easily. But for today, we are going to be using it for you. 7, okay. Okay, interesting, yeah. Definitely sort of along the lines of what I was picking up here. So I'll just lay out your cards. We have the 7 of Crystals, which is the 7 of Pentacles. We have the Ace of Cups, reversed. We have Perspective. I feel like putting Perspective there. And then we have, I feel like 6 of Swords is meant to clarify that for me. we've gone ahead and pulled your cards. I'm going to also flip over some oracle cards, but as I'm doing that, and as I'm sort of pulling in the messages as I'm looking at this, because it is going to take me a moment, if you do end up resonating with this reading, please be sure to go check out my other readings. Please be sure to leave a like on the video, as it helps me connect to more people like you, but it helps people like you connect to more videos like these. If you want to go that extra mile and you're really resonating with my energy, feel free to, of course, hit subscribe. No pressure. Get grounded, empaths, highly sensitive. That's that disconnectedness. Lost lands, soul memories, soul gifts. Okay. Yeah. I feel like you have a really unique sort of perspective or take on some sort of skill you have. So I'm going to give you an example from my life, and you're going to have to really apply this to you. I'm going to try my best to make it make sense. I have a very different perspective to a lot of spiritualists that you'll find. I've been met with a lot of pushback from it, but what you have to understand is that blazing pioneers who create their own path sort of never have that validation outside of themselves, who are able to sort of, how do I say this? Like, okay, let me start over. I'm so sorry. Okay, I have a very unique way of reading and understanding the spiritual world. My experience is very innately just an innate understanding. Something here is that you need to not question the way that you approach a certain skill, a certain task. Remember how I was talking about at the start, you may feel this disconnectedness or frustration because you might not fit into the same picture that everyone else does. And you're sort of creating that frustration and that separateness, because you're saying, I'm not like them. I don't do what they do. I don't know what to do with this. The thing is that you do know what to do with it. It's just that you're scared of what it means to listen to it, because listening to it means leaving the comfort zone of people who are sort of able to give you the emotional comfort, because you're sort of moving beyond the skill set of the people around you. And I'm not saying you're better than them, and I'm not saying that you can never talk to them or that you're not going to be friends with them. But what I am suggesting, or sort of trying to assist you in understanding, is that the way that your mind works is sort of along the lines of someone who is here to create their own path or create a different, new, streamlined way of thinking or approaching a certain skill set. You are here to sort of, you bring to whatever you do, right? This could be work. It could be the way that you approach relationships. I feel like this is more orientated towards a certain skill set, or like they give me university energy. So like something you've been working towards or studying or investing energy into over a long haul. Because 7 crystals to me is like invested energy over a long haul. There's this energy here of that you're going to have to stray from the norm, because the way that you're thinking, it kind of contradicts a lot of what you've been told. It's almost like I get this energy like you've built the foundations, but now it's time for you to decorate the house. Not everyone's house is the same. That's the imagery that they're giving me, is that everyone's house foundations may be the same. You know, you need these walls, you need this concrete floor, you need a floor, you need walls, you need a roof, right? But what you paint those walls with, what you decorate your home with, it's so different. And what's happening here is that you feel what you're doing in such a different way to how other people connect to it. You connect to it in a almost like this is your life. And other people may not connect to it that same energy, because you're pushing a boundary on it, the way that you're able to relate to it. And that's something I'm picking up here. You're meant to be doing this thing. Soul memories and gifts, you've done this before. Yeah, I mean, like empaths, highly sensitive, connected to nature, get grounded. I mean, this card to me is very much like, don't question yourself. Like, I understand get grounded. I'm going to talk about what grounded means to me in a moment, but this card to me, I'm staring at this face over here. It's like, don't question yourself. There's something beyond what you can see working with you. And I'm not saying it has to be like a spirit or something. Um, but there's this energy of like, you're working with something bigger. It's not what you thought. It's not like, oh, I have this silly hobby where like I'm able to like, I'm a really good lyricist. It's like, no, you're working with lifetimes of understanding poetry. You're working with lifetimes of understanding narrative devices and how you can properly implant a narrative that heals and assists people. It's like, that's what it is. You're working with something bigger, especially with perspective here. I mean, like, look at the hair. It's like the universe is dancing or swirling within the mind. It's like you have so much to sort of ground into the world. And I'm going to talk about what grounding means to me now. Grounding to me represents the ability to return to the present moment, to not allow the anxieties and the what ifs to control the narrative of your future, and to not allow the pain, confusion, and hurt of the past to influence your future. There's this energy here of like, you may be sort of a bit ungrounded, or sort of allowing your mind to get away with you. And that's okay. It happens. It happens to me. I'm going to see what else the universe wants to share. Chance. This is like taking a chance on yourself. That's what I'm hearing. Like, bound. Why is bound here? Oh, you can't escape it. Oh, I see. I don't know if you're gonna like, I don't know if you're trying to quit or change what you're doing, but you can't escape it. And I don't want you to think that it's like a limiting energy that's holding you back. I don't want you to think that there's only one way to do it and you're sort of bound to the karmic ropes or ties of this universe. That's not what I'm trying to convey. What I am trying to say though is that this innate connection that you have, it is inescapable. The emotional pull, the tension, the gains, how do I say? What is invoked within you with whatever this skill is, this hobby, this sort of direction that you're trying to take. Because remember, this is a general reading. I'm trying to keep it as broad and as applicable to what I'm seeing in the cards. But truthfully, it is a skill. I don't think you can escape it this lifetime. There's this energy of like, you may be scared to take a chance on yourself because it means leaving behind things that make you comfortable. But it's like, I don't think you really have like a choice in it. And I don't think there is like, I think you have a choice. You can just not, but I think there'll always be a part of you that's tied to it or connected to it in such a deep and meaningful way to where it might affect your daily living or affect your mind, your body. It's like when you don't interact with this thing or give it the energy that it deserves, it might like drain you. You might get very upset. You might get very moody. Your dreams need a practical plan. Interesting. And that was over chance, which is cool. Take a reality check. Oh, interesting. This might be that you're accidentally ignoring. I don't know if ignoring is the right word. I don't want to put that out there because I feel like there may be different people at different levels. If you feel you know what I'm talking about, chances are you've put this into place already. But if you don't know what I'm talking about and you're like really confused what's happening here, then you kind of need to like reevaluate or reassess your core fundamental values and the way that you're moving about within this world, because chances are you're overlooking something really magical that it lights up your life, but you aren't allowing it to take a forefront within your life, within your work. We have two earth signs showing up with chance. There's an energy here of like almost what you receive pleasure from. It's like whatever this skill is, it gives you pleasure. It revitalizes your energy. That's why the bound card is here, is because it's like your life force is intertwined with it. It's not that you're going to have to do it and there's no escape. But it's like your life force, your energy, who you are, it's inescapable to this thing because it's intertwined. And then with like your dreams and your practical plan, it's putting into place these steps that you want to take towards it. And it doesn't even have to be that you have to make a plan. If that sounds overwhelming, if you're too tired, do not think that the higher realms are trying to force you to do something you're not ready to do. What they're trying to convey to you is that there's an energy here of, if you were to put into play this thing, or if you were to sort of chase your dreams, so as it is, a lot of things would sort of work out in your favor. Change, yeah, especially with take a reality check. It may be that you might be avoiding it, or that you're scared to put it into play. I mean, let me just see, because I want to get this right. You are never alone. So beautiful. Be fearless and bold. Okay, it is the fear that may be eating at you. It's the what ifs. It's the is it possible? Is it Why me? It's the who am I? Like, who am I to be that person? There's this energy of keep chipping away at it, keep enforcing this energy within your life. Especially with change, you are never alone. Insight opens the third eye to strengthen the intuition. Be fearless and bold. I mean, badgers never give up. They chip away at what they're doing. They're a creature that when you come across, they may not be as friendly because they have a goal. Oh my god, excuse that car. They have a goal, you know, like that person wasn't letting any car get in their way, you know. They're going down the highway, they're speeding, they're having the time of their life. There's almost like this energy of you needing to I'm gonna take that noisy car. I don't know whether or not it picked up on the recording, so you're gonna have to assume that you heard this noisy car that I heard. That you're kind of being asked to go down the direction of what you're wanting to. And want might be a very broad and hard understanding right now. You might be a bit confused. But if there is any confusion, just know that this confusion comes out of the place of you telling yourself no, of you doubting. You are never alone. You're not going to do this alone. It's like, I feel like there's this energy of you have these beings. I mean, remember when I said like, there's something more, like you have this thing helping you. It's like, you are never alone. And then I was staring at that face in that background. Like, I kid you not, I was channeling that. And then we also have like, you are never alone. Whatever you're doing, you're not doing it alone. That's not to say that you're not the forefront or the being channeling this energy. I'm just saying you don't have to do this alone. You can call in people to assist you. Take a reality check. Like, what am I missing here? There's something I'm missing here. If you're facing frustration within the place of work that you're at, and I say frustration because frustration is a very specific energy, like you're not feeling fulfilled, there may be an energy here of you needing to take bank, of you needing to take account of like what your life is and where you're headed and like what you're actually wanting. Because I feel like if you're able to assist yourself in setting goals, it might help you be a bit more fearless and bold in how you approach this dream. And because like I said, you have such a unique, like whatever this skill is, it's going to bring change. I mean, look at the center of your reading. Change. This isn't just for you. I'm not saying that you have to change anything. Maybe you're already doing this. This is just confirmation, validation. Change is at the forefront of your being. You're here to sort of facilitate an energy that brings about a shift of newness. That can be in the way that someone thinks, feels, or approaches something. Even within your own life. I mean, the two earth signs, that structure, and I was talking about the home. You may feel like your skill or your job is impacted or bound by your home life, the monies, your daily commute, or your sort of the mundane. You might feel like the material world is holding you back from doing this, but there's this energy here of like, well, the only person stopping you is you. Like, who says that you can't do it on the side? Who says that you can't invest a little energy or time or money? Who says that you can't sort of work towards this and build yourself up, you know, save a little money to like quit your work, or save a little money to then call in like a holiday break to then invest in whatever this is. Like, there are ways around it. Opens the third eye and strengthens the intuition. I'm just going to bring that a little closer. There could be an energy here of like, you could be a creative, a psychic, especially the third eye. You understand how or what you're meant to do with this thing. You may feel very held back by people. That's something that's really showing up as well. I think that's all I've got for you, my power ones. I hope that makes sense. I'm sending you all so much love and light. Remember, you are able to do this. You are able to accomplish this. You are born to do this. It's only a matter of shifting your perspectives and how you approach it, and being that sort of badger, that building away, that restless, I don't want to say restless, maybe that chipping away, that powerful energy of being stubborn. Instead of letting the fear hold a part in your life, you know, allowing that frustration and that anger to get you. And maybe there needs to be an energy of rethinking what your goals and your steps in life are, you know, what you sort of value. Because I just want to say this one saying, no one on your deathbed, no one when you pass over into the afterlife, not one single soul or being is going to thank you for doing something that you did not want to do. not one single being. So if you're putting this energy into sort of this job that you know is making you very unhappy, taking away from you every day, but you're doing it because you think you have to for stability, to show up for other people, to sort of not let others down, maybe you're taking away from your own reality. You know, I'm not saying you only have one life to get it right, because I don't believe that. I'm just saying I don't want you to take away from yourself and feel like you robbed yourself of an experience of tapping into an energy that you were so connected to. Because that's what's showing up here. You have like this magical insight or understanding about a talent, skill, or something that you're able to do. And you might just be overwhelmed at the moment. And that's okay. And the universe is saying, you're meant for this. Don't worry. Every fiber of your being lights up when you invest or do this thing. All right, my part ones. I'm sending you all so much love and light. Mwah. Please remember, if this reading did resonate with you, please be sure to leave a like. Remember, it helps me connect to more people like you, but helps people like you connect to more videos like these. Until we meet again, I'm sending you all so much love and light. Bye. Hi, beautiful souls, and welcome for those of you who chose pile number 2, or this turquoise and bumblebee jasper piece. Bumblebee jasper. I think it's bumblebee jasper. Or it's rainforest jasper, bumblebee. I don't know. Listen, I'll read its energies. Don't worry, all the same. Welcome to your reading today of messages from the higher realms. As I did clarify in the opening, I would like to clarify again. What the higher realms represents to me would be things like starseeds. It would be ETs, extraterrestrials, aliens, ascended masters, angels, whatever god you believe in. That is what the higher realms is to me, and where we're going to be channeling messages from. I have gone ahead and pulled some oracle cards for you, but we're going to be pulling tarot cards from the Star Child Tarot, and we'll be starting off by pulling 3 cards just from there. Okay. As I'm sort of pulling these cards, I'm going to try and tap into your energy. There might be... Yeah. There may be an energy right now of being more empathetic towards yourself, especially with the King of Cups showing up. That's what I was feeling with this turquoise and bumblebee. Especially because people around you could be very hard on you. It could be like immediate circles, communities, your work, your environment, your friends. There's this energy of like, there's enough people around you to hold you accountable, and you have the skills and the critical thinking to hold yourself accountable. And there's this energy of trying to like detoxify the lack of empathy towards yourself, because you could be holding this empathy for other people within your spaces, but there is a lack of empathy towards yourself. Knight of Crystals. Interesting. Does your work involve you like being a communicator or a receptor? Because that's something I'm sort of picking up here, is that, gosh, I can't. Is there another card? Yeah, there is. God. Okay, we're going to take those two because they would not separate themselves from each other. There's this energy here of like, you are working as some sort of communicator, holding some sort of balance of lines between people, or you're holding the line of communication between people at the moment. It's actually quite stressful, and I think it's draining you, and that's something that's coming up in your reading. We have Ace of Cups reverse. Oh, wow. You may have been drawn to another pile. I'll say that, because these 2 cards showed up together in another pile, and I tried to pull them apart, and I couldn't. That is so crazy. I even shuffled that deck. I shuffled it off camera too. Weird. Okay. Okay. I'll take it, Spirit. Nothing's a coincidence. You may feel like you owe someone an apology. That's something I'm getting here too. For your own peace of mind, you may feel like you need to apologize. But I don't know if that's going to bring any peace in your life, opening your life up back to that person. That's the problem. I mean, I don't know. Only you can be the ultimate judge. This is just the energies I'm reading, and I'm going to talk about them more with the oracle cards. But what we've got here, especially with the bumblebee, there's this energy of, again, you're working to sort of hold the ties between people, and you're working towards a common goal of moving away from some sort of pain or some sort of projected reality that you're experiencing. Because what I'm seeing here, especially with like her sitting on one moon staring at the other moon, and then with the Ace of Cups reverse, there's like this offering being given to you where you can, I don't want to say jump realities, but like sort of jump to how do I say? I mean, I guess realities, if you believe in that. I'd feel like it's more akin to jumping into a new energy or a new sort of cycle or place within your life. It could even be a new group of friends, you know. You could be in between right now. But the point is that there's an opportunity to sort of travel to a new place where it's a lot calmer, but you're sort of too focused on what you have and you're too scared of losing it, even though it brings you a lot of mental angst and it brings you a lot of inadequate peace because there is some sort of disharmony between people. That's just being highlighted. We'll see what the oracle cards want to say more about that. Yeah, longing for home. Let me see. Longing for home. Belonging, the original lightworkers, Mintaken. Yeah, empathetic Starseed. I told you, you're holding the space of like empathy for people right now. Or you hold some sort of line of communication of empathy, and it might not even be on this earthly plane. It could be something way bigger of like you hold it between spirits, or you hold it between companies, or you hold it between causes. And you sort of bring that empathy to people and you help them understand it. There's like an energy here of longing to belong. And that's what I was especially picking up with the Six of Swords here. You may have to sort of leave or go on your own quest instead of expecting the quest to find you, because there is this like energy of like, I'm not encouraging you. I want to say this. I'm not encouraging you to look for love outside of yourself. That's not what we're trying to achieve or convey here, because that is not healthy, and I do not believe in that. But what's happening here is that you've sort of got this balance of empathy and love towards yourself happening here. There may be a lack of empathy just because of the situation around you and what people are invoking in you, but ultimately you have an emotional balance within yourself that brings you contentment in your everyday life, except around these people, or these people sort of take you out of that empathetic balance. And something that's happening here is that the work that you do, it really requires you to have a support system or net that the people or communities around you aren't able to sort of offer you right now. And I'm just highlighting that. I don't know if that means you're going to leave. Six of Swords reversed to me would advise that you're sort of not wanting to because of the mental scarcity. You might be like, oh my god, there's no one else like me, like I just have to accept these people, I'll be lonely, no one else will like me. Especially with Ace of Cups there, you may feel like people will reject your love because you've experienced that in the past. Or it could even be that you're scared to open up to communities and friendships, even though you're being asked to, because it's actually really important for you to have that within your life. Because whatever you're channeling or working with, it's like you require, I don't want to say, it gives me the energy of you require other people's energies to sustain whatever you're doing. It's almost like you're a conduit. And I don't want to think of it as like you're draining people around you, but it's just required that for you to recharge, you need people to be able to give to you in a way that's healthy. And sort of when you're conduiting yourself in these different places that aren't giving to you, or that sort of put these ideas in your head, you're getting very stuck with them and they're holding you back from sort of pursuing the path of the course. It's almost like it's getting in your way. Celebrate. Yeah, that could be about communities coming in. A fiery climax approaches. Adjustments are required. Yes. Okay. Absorbing what's not yours. Yeah, especially that. And then we have the King of Cups. I mean, just be very aware that something I'm going to tell you. I put the cards down because it's that serious. Like I put the cards down. Something I'm going to tell you, Power 2, is that it's important that you fully comprehend and understand that when you interact with people, you're not just interacting with that person, you're also interacting with their past energies, because I'm going to recite to you the law of energy. Nothing can be created nor destroyed. That goes for memories, that goes for experiences, that goes for someone's life, right? That goes for someone's soul. Someone's soul can't be created or destroyed, you know? Like, it was there at the beginning and it's going to be there at the end. There is this energy here of needing to understand when you interact with someone, you're not just interacting with who they are currently, you're interacting with who they were, who they're going to be, and you're also interacting with their immediate friends, their family, their environments, their traumas, their thoughts, their feelings. And not so much wanting you to focus on the past or the future of who they were and who they're going to be, because I feel like those two aren't sort of like connected in this situation. I'm just saying that those two will affect a person. What's happening here is that you're connecting to someone who may be using you as a cleansing form. They may be using you as the venting friend. And that obviously comes down to you and your ability to express boundaries. But there's also this energy here of needing to understand that, like, this person, maybe they crave and loathe self-pity. So even when you do get to talk to them, maybe they don't ask how you are. They just like bring up their sad situations. And when you try to help them, it's just like, there's this energy of just, yeah, my throat's like choking up. There's this energy of like, not understanding what to give to them, how to help them, but they crave that energy of like, I don't want to say the attention because it's not attention. It's they crave the validation or the being heard or the living in that pain, because when people identify with pain, it sometimes is more powerful than identifying with the solution because of what you receive from that. And there's this energy here of people around you maybe identifying with pain and it's draining you. And that's okay, you know, they're on their own journey. I'm not here to judge them. What I am here to say is that it's actually inflicting and impacting you. And something I also want to say with that is that it takes time. These things are hard, you know, and it's not your job to heal them. It's not your job to always be there for them. What is your job is to understand that you are sort of here to exist in an energy of, how do I say, like, making the most out of everything. And I feel like with these people or places around you, it becomes very hard. And you're so empathetic. But empathy is a gift, you know. And gifts can be abused, not by you, but by other people. I mean, think of the music industry. Like I'm hearing this song in my head, "Gold Winged Angel" by it's called, I think it's just called "Gold Wing" by Billie Eilish. It depicts a story of being torn apart for your art because they're starved and they have nothing else. It's almost like these people are starved emotionally and they use you for your empathy. They listen to you, they hear you, they want you. It's like they crave you. You aren't a solution for them. You're a vice. And it's almost like you're allowed to have something more than that. You're allowed to celebrate your everyday. You're allowed to live in an energy where people are having good times and you're having a good time. And that won't be all the time because life is ups and downs. I won't sit here and fucking preach that like you're going to be the happiest person on earth all the time, because that's not what life is. That's not why we came down to earth. Doesn't mean that you won't experience those things, but these people could be making it harder on you. It could also be that these people take away from your experiences of like celebration. Okay, what else do we have here? Last quarter moon in Virgo, attend to the details. Domestic harmony. This could even be your family. You would have some energy vampires in your family. Attend to the details. Adjustments are required. That's interesting. A fiery climax approaches. It's important that as you sort of move about your next actions within life, you understand what you're bringing with you and what you're not bringing with you. It's like attend to the finer things. It's like, does this person actually fit and assist me in my life? Or are they just going to sort of drag me down and bring me into this energy? And it doesn't mean that you have to cut them out. I'm just saying be aware of how little things fit into the picture. That's something that's being asked of you right now. Because something's closing out. It seems like you are... Whenever I think of a fiery climax approaches with adjustments are required, it's the energy of you're about to take action, but you aren't because of your own self-doubt or lack of support. And it could even be lack of support from family or the units of 46. It could be the lack of support within yourself that you're able to give yourself at this current time, because maybe people around you don't build you up in the ways that you need. Remember at the start how I said you're maybe being too harsh on yourself? Very that. The abundant universe will provide, yes. And then channel. Ooh. You are a channel through which healing energy reaches the world. Am I surprised? God, no. God, no. You guys could most certainly be channelers, like me. But the main message through here is that you are bringing down into this world wisdom, knowledge, understanding, or outgiving something that is ultimately reaching the world in a very healing or harmonious way. Something that the universe wants to say is that this is going to work out. Like, this is going to work out, and that you're not going to be doing it alone. You're going to have a community. I'm not saying that you have to work with these people, that you're going to be working with people. I'm saying that you're going to have a community that fully understands and supports you in the ways that you need on a soul level. But it may just require you stepping out and making yourself be seen or known. Or it may just be stepping out of your comfort zone or sticking around with these people, which is what I was talking about, that Six of Swords. It's like you're transferring worlds at the moment. Like, see that planet as a world and that's another world. It's like you're jumping to another world. You're leaving the mundane to step into your true life. You know, and you're going to be taking that baggage. Like, I'm hearing Ghosting by Ariana. I can get through this. I'm a girl with a lot of baggage. I can't sing. But there's that energy of like, you're going to carry it with you, and it's going to be such an amazing tool or resource, but you don't have to bring these people with you, or this environment, or this pain inflict upon you every day, you know, because that's what the swords represents. They represent the mind. It's generally it's conflicted, self-directed energy towards the mind. That's what the swords represent. With six swords, reverse, that is disharmonious energy to do with relationships. So relationships right now are being very disharmonious in conflicting you in your mind. Things that are people saying, things that people are doing and saying are impacting you, triggering you, or sort of bringing up a lot of baggage. And that's sort of what's being represented here. It could even be to do with family, especially with domestic harmony. And to be honest, this card came out reversed. Like, I flipped it the other way. It's inharmonious. It may even be that your family is affecting you at the moment, and that's something that's showing up in the cards. But you're on your way to make you're on your way to make this a platform. Because when I see the Knight of Pentacles here, it's like you're going to use this thing as a platform or whatever it is. And the universe is going to really, really help you through it. Attend to the finer details and Knight of Crystal. This could even be honing or fine-tuning what you already have. It's like, you know, you're good at something, and it's like, well, how am I going to do it? Well, let's look at the details. Okay, so I'm someone who has a background in, I'm going to use me as an example. I'm someone who has a background in understanding psychology. I am someone who has a brain for breaking or cracking codes. I really enjoy that. I am also someone who easily connects to spirits. I don't see them. I don't hear them. I just know what they're trying to say to me, and I just know what's happening in someone's life. So I'm going to take these three things and I'm going to propel them forward, and that's what this channel is. That's what this channel is to me. It's like you're being asked to take those finer details and refine them. And so now that I understand that, to refine my psychology background, I'm going to look up different spiritualists who have worked with psychology. So maybe I'm going to invest in Tibetan medicine and see how the mind, sound, and the universe itself with the body interact all together. I'm going to invest in how the mind and disease manifests within the, you know, like I'm going to work with all these things. It's like attending to the finer details. That's what's happening here. It's like you have something really developed, like far beyond developed, like really good, especially because it's showing up as the king. It's like this empathy, this power, this emotion. Chances are you're probably one of those psychics who can like feel something in your body or like know what's happening with someone like instantly through their emotions. You're able to interpret people's actions like pretty easily. Or it's just saying that like you're healing and what you're doing. There could be a detail that you're missing. Missing is not the right word, but there could be a detail that you could implement that would assist you. And that's something that's coming up. I hope that makes sense, my power 3. I think that's all I've got for you. I would like to ask, though, if this resonated with you, please leave a like on the video. It helps me connect to you, but it helps people like you connect to more videos like these. If you want to go that extra mile, I've also got other videos on my channel. Please be sure to subscribe, as you'll get notified the next time I upload. Until we meet again, it was such an honor to get to read your cards. I'm sending you all so much love and light. Mwah. Bye. Hi, beautiful souls, and welcome for those of you who chose pile number 3, or this moonstone and green fluorite piece, though it has a lot of purple in it. Welcome to your reading today welcome to your reading today. Gosh, we're going to talk about that in a moment. Especially with me focusing on the purple and then getting distracted with the crown chakra. Anyway, welcome to your reading today on messages from the higher realms. I talked about this in the opening part of the reading in the intro, that messages from the higher realms could be representative of, to me in particular, just messages from beings like starseeds, ascended masters, ETs, extraterrestrials, aliens, angels, if you believe in that, your God, whatever God you believe in, the spaghetti monster in the sky. You guys are funny. You guys are funny. I didn't say the spaghetti monster in the sky. I normally say that for my funny pile. That's funny. And these messages will be focused on comfort and assistance and guidance, mainly above all, because they're not disconnected, but they see everything from a very distant perspective of how everything intertwines and interconnects. And this can be a reading that sort of delivers insight in that way. I'm going to be pulling some tarot cards. I'm just tapping into your crystals right now. I'm going to be using the Star Child Tarot, but something I do want to say immediately is that there's this energy here of like nurturing your ideas, nurturing your mind. Because there could be a pointed energy towards yourself of you're trying to correct or rectify what you're thinking or where you're going or what you're wanting. It could be like maybe you have I'm going to say it just because this is from my life. Maybe you have an addiction, like that addiction constantly pops up within your mind and you're constantly trying to rectify that. There needs to be this energy of like just understanding that you've done enough and you've done a lot, and just giving yourself that gratitude, that praise, especially with the moonstone showing up for me in conjunction with the green fluorite, which is about channeling harmony, peace, especially through the body when these two are together. It's like a channel. It's like I'm seeing a streamline energy happening. This could be about downloads of information about how you can be more mothering or nurturing, or lately you may have been more mothering and nurturing, especially towards yourself. That's something that's coming up. I'm going to tap more into these crystals a bit later. I feel like there's another message there, but I'm not quite grasping it. Something that I do want to say. Okay, no, we'll pull the cards. Okay. As I'm sort of pulling these cards, if you do end up resonating with this reading, I'm going to put that back. That doesn't feel right. If you do end up resonating with this reading, please be sure to leave a like. It helps me connect to more people like you, but it helps people like you connect to videos like these. If you want to go that extra step, that extra mile, I do have more videos on my channel. Gosh, you guys are all over the place. There may be also a need right now. Yeah, Ten of Swords reverse, Knight of Wands. That's that mental energy I was talking about. You're coming out of it though, which is so positive. And I was saying that like, you may be healing that mind, those thoughts, those energies. You could be using affirmations at the moment, because I just heard affirmations in my head. Like I heard, I am loved, I am good enough, I am worthy, I am deserving. Especially with Knight of Wands here. That's like, you're no longer trapping an energy of want within inside of you. You're like addressing it. It's like maybe you realized it isn't healthy to crave that person to the point where you're like not living your life. I need that for some reason. I need this. Ten of Crystals. I need to get out that card. I don't know why. Okay, those are your cards. Let's see. Let's tap into the energy. There could be this energy of like, you're just finally like allowing the energies within you to flow as opposed to working against them. And what I mean by that is that you might have like an innate passion, but like you've burnt it out, or like you purposely like shoved it down, ignored it, repressed it because it was easier to do that. Because of what you were living in or what was happening, or maybe you had a thought, a feeling like, oh my God, like I miss this person, and you constantly snapped yourself out of it. Like, no, you can't miss him. Like he was a bad person to you. It's like both can be okay, honey. It's okay. Like both can be. You can be a multifaceted being. You can miss someone that also really abused you and hurt you. It's okay. There's this energy here of like you're finally admitting it to yourself, which is now releasing the energy outside of you, which is what I see with the Ten of Swords in conjunction with the Knight of Wands and Ten of Crystals. It's like you're finally addressing it, which is going to help you complete this. It's like you're coming full circle. This is your moment of like you're stepping out of it. I think you've done a lot of work. Let me put Oracle. I think you have done a lot of work. I'm not going to go back on saying that. But why I'm going is because... yeah, oh my God, yeah. You've learned everything you needed to from this situation. You got fucking Earth School. You got Earth School, no way. Yeah, I felt like you learned from this. Okay, I'm just gonna keep listening to myself. Not me doubting myself. I think it's your energy. Because I wasn't doubting myself in the other piles. I mean, I do have a tendency to do that. I'm not blaming you. Don't think I'm blaming you. I don't want to do that. I'm just saying, like, I wasn't doing it in the other piles. So I think there is this energy here of, like, you were doubting what you're feeling, what you know to be true. But there's this energy here of, like, you are tapping into a higher lesson or a higher understanding. And people around you may struggle to connect with the words or ideas that you're experiencing right now, or your direction. Just know that. You are not for everyone. You are not for everyone. And that's okay. Seeding the light, laying foundations, divine plan. Yeah. I feel like you're coming out of a very hurtful experience that sort of left you in the dust or left you in the rut, and you are coming out on the other side of it because you've just built yourself a new foundation. And this new foundation is allowing you to achieve or go after something because you're no longer holding it inside of you. It could have even been just like thoughts that you were holding inside of you, and now you're letting go of them, which is giving you the freedom to like actually live life, because before it was taking you out of the present moment. And that's something that's coming up here is like, you have just learnt one of your lessons of why you came to Earth, and like you deserve this gratitude. This like, remember at the start of the reading I was saying you need to congratulate yourself, like give yourself that grateful energy of like, man, like I'm doing enough, I'm trying. It's like you don't need to be so harsh on yourself. You may have picked another pile, I won't say which pile, but that should have made sense if you did pick another pile. If not, don't worry, because what I said there, I'd said in another pile, which is along the lines of that. And that's sort of showing up, but this is showing up in a different aspect because this is happening around lessons, whereas the other one was happening around growing or doing something. This one is happening around the lesson, and it seems like you've done something amazing here, something that has you've carried for like the burden of in multiple lifetimes. If you went through this from another person doing something to you, you finally completed that cycle with them. You won't have to incarnate with them again. That's something that's I'm hearing. They could have even been in your family, especially Ten of Crystal showing up. I'll get through this. I'll get past this. I've got a whole lot of baggage. I'm hearing Ghosting by Ariana. Yeah, I just split the tarot deck. I don't know why I did that. And I got the Tower reversed. You rebuilt your foundations because you were left like distraught. Your whole world was falling apart. Like nothing was working. Nothing was feeling great. It's like you're rebuilding everything, which is very beautiful. Memories. You may be left with the memories of this person or the memories of what they did. And you're sort of undoing that. Believe in the impossible. Believe that you are capable of overcoming this. Believe that you are, you already have in many ways. Believe that you are able to achieve and that you are so much more than you give yourself credit for. It's like, believe in magic. It's allow yourself to believe again. It's like this person or whatever happened here took away your ability to like want, to desire, to dream. But it's like the higher realms are saying like, that is not your divine plan. That is not your destiny. Like, honey, snap out of it. Like, we have laying foundations, Anna, the grandmother of Jesus. Like, Anna was conditioning the world to prepare for Jesus. She was the preparations. Like, if we didn't have Anna, right? Like, if we didn't have Jesus' mother, regardless of, Anna, don't connect with the name. If we didn't have the person to give birth to it, it's like you're here to give birth to something new in your family. And it may just be overcoming what you went through, because even though your family might struggle to do that, and it could be that you're now more accepting of something compared to your family, and like you're going to teach that, or because of what you went through, you understand it and you are now able to have a gratefulness for what you're doing, and because of that gratitude you're able to implement some sort of new system or facility. Like, I feel like you're going to be building like a school, like you're going to be teaching people or setting up a course, or like, something along those lines. Like, you're going to be spreading an information that innately builds something within people, like that allows them to take to their foundations. Let's see your other cards. We have believe in your good luck. Yeah, believe in the impossible, believe in your good luck. That's the higher realm saying that like everything's going to work out for you. Like, this is something that is sort of destined to happen. Especially, oh my god, look. Oh my gosh. We have the crown chakra there. Do you see that? And I was talking about the crown chakra. And I was talking about how I'm dizzy, there's a lot going on. You might be overwhelming yourself or overworking yourself or overexerting yourself, and it's impacting your ability to concentrate or focus. Take a break, it's okay. Take a moment for yourself, because you've been undoing and doing a lot for your brain so that it can feel peace, but you may not still be feeling peace every day. That's okay. Feeling peace at least one day of the week is more than you were feeling before, and guess what? That's progress, and guess what we come to Earth for is progress. Even in a past life okay, let's do it like this. Even if in a past life you had prejudices, right? You had prejudices against people who did psychic work. And then you come into this lifetime and you don't have those prejudices, but you just don't believe in it. Guess what? That's progress, because you're not judging those people which is already a step forward. Like, you've done enough this life. Like, don't stress yourself out. There's this energy here of like, you think you need to do more, do everything. But it's like, it's okay. You've done enough. And no one's told you that. And it doesn't mean that you won't do more, that you can't do more. I'm just saying what you've done already is enough, and you need to allow yourself to soak that in, because you're going to achieve a lot more if you soak that in than if you were to push yourself. Because you're doing a lot. You're working through a lot. You know, especially with memories. It's like these things haunt you. It's not easy. You see clearly now. Yes. Wow. You see the situation for what it is, and you saw what you needed to learn from it. You see that it had nothing to do with you, but with everything to do with your life, if that makes sense. It had everything to do with the decisions. And even if it wasn't your decision, you know, like I'm hearing the Billie Eilish song, what is it? Gosh, you guys, you're making me check now. That Billie Eilish song, what is it? Give me a sec, I'm checking on my fucking computer. Your Power, that's it. It's like, no, it's not Your Power. It's, sorry, Getting Older by Billie Eilish. You should really listen to that song. That's your song for this part, and Ghosting by Ariana. Something that I want to say is that it wasn't your decision to be abused. It wasn't. It wasn't your fault. You did nothing wrong. You did not ask for it. That is not what we're insinuating here. But what we're saying here is that you learned a great lesson from understanding it, and a way of valuing and undoing pain within your life. And that is something that masters go through within this lifetime on Earth. It's a very high vibrational energy. It's like, you see clearly now. You see what happened to you and what you could gain from it, and how you can rise above this experience and allow it to assist you rather than take away from you every day. But you just need to keep in mind that it may be the memories of the past, because I see adventure on top of memories, and I'm getting this thing. Just please understand that you are so protected, you are so loved, and that the past may be impacting your ability to take chances within your social groups or your life, or to do things, or to say yes to things, or to go out. You may have reclined, especially when I see Ten of Swords reversed. That's an energy of being stuck inside, although you're undoing pain. Even though you're like healing it and you're undoing that pain, to me that represents the being stuck inside, though. Especially with the Ten of Crystals, it's like you built that foundation up, that belief, that love, that structure, that overcoming. But like now it's time to go out and show the world that power. Higher learning, study. I think you're here to have your lessons be shown to people. I think you're here to have your pain sprawled out on a tapestry of paint and a canvas of art for other people to witness and bear your vulnerabilities, and to be witnessed. It's like, your lessons aren't only your lessons. You went through them so that other people can see them, which is so funny because, oh my God, that is so funny because I said a Billie Eilish song. Something that happens in Billie Eilish's birth chart, if you go look it up, there's some stuff happening in her 12th and 11th, especially her first, happening with things like Neptune, Uranus, what else? There's something else there. I think there's like a hard aspect or something. Anyway, there's an energy of like, she's here to have pain projected onto her so that she can turn it into art. And that's exactly what she's done. She's had the pains of people in her life, her own pains, other people's commentary, thoughts, feelings, opinions, the tabloids. She's had all of this and she's turned it into art. And that's sort of what you're here to do. It's like you're here to turn all of your experiences and lay the foundations of it so that it can be given to a higher order of gaining. It's like, it's not just for you. You did not just live through this life just for you. I mean, if you want to, you can. I don't want to like make you feel like you have to do something. Just this should be speaking to you and this should make sense without it sort of needing to fit. Because like I said, you see clearly now, you know, the owl spirit. The owl spirit also represents a messenger and a protector. The owl spirits can see at night, so you see a lot of things that other people don't, especially with how things fit in the bigger picture. And that's something that the higher realms represent. You probably freely roam the higher realms, especially with Earth School. Like, I mean, look at this. You're like soaring through the higher realms. It's like, this is, I mean, going through it wasn't a cakewalk, but you learning from it probably was. But letting go of it isn't. And that's what's happening here, is like the signs. Like, we also have signs here. There will always be signs to guide you on your true path. I mean, you take away from that what you will. There will always be signs to guide you on your true path. It's like spirits in constant communication with you. Not everyone has that gift. And it is I don't want to say it's a gift, but not everyone has that same thing. And not that they can't or that they won't, it's just that it doesn't serve them. But it serves you, and you need to sort of tap into that energy, because I think it's going to help you. Understanding that there are signs to assist you, because what you're doing is so above you in the sense of the 3D. It's so above just you living a 9 to 5 and making money and buying food and having nice clothes. Like, it's so above that, whatever's happening here. It's like, you're only just discovering what can be. That's what I'm getting. It's like you're only just scratching the surface of what's to come, if that makes sense. And that doesn't mean that, like, if you're feeling good now, that you won't feel better, like, or that you should be feeling crappy right now. I'm just saying that, like, there's so much more to come. And that's sort of what's showing up here as well. All right, my pile threes, I hope that made sense. I'm sending you all so much love and light. Mwah. Please remember, if this did resonate, to be sure to leave a like on the video. Again, it helps me connect to you, but it helps people like you connect to more videos like these. Be sure to hit the subscribe button and let me know how this related to you. I didn't mention this in any other pile, but let me know how this related to you. Because I feel like this is such a powerful pile of, how do I say, like, creators, in the sense that you're going to make something that lives beyond your life. And it's so powerful and so beautiful to watch you live out this energy, even just seeing the cards. I hope this assisted you in your journey. And until we meet again, I'm sending you all so much love and light. Mwah. Bye.